What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to Draft Glory episode number 9. Still got 71,000 coins up in the top left hand corner. In the last episode I did it live. That episode hasn't gone live on YouTube as per me recording this, so I don't know the response to it. So this one is not going to be live in terms of gameplay. It's going to be post-com gameplay, and then we'll go into the live section for the packs and such. So without further ado, we're going to get into the next draft. I've still got a lot of stuff in the club that I haven't sold, a lot of stuff on the trade pile that I haven't sold. I've probably got about another 15 to 20,000 coins worth of stuff around, which is pretty good. We are making small profits. 9 episodes in now, we're getting to the point where I've almost spent 150,000 coins on draft entries. That's not too bad, and I do this per video. If you guys just did this 2 or 3 times a day, you'd probably be making a lot more progress than me. So with that in mind, guys, if we can get a thumbs up on the video, let's try and get this over 7,000 likes. That'd be absolutely awesome. And you can't. That was one of the worst sections of captains I think I've ever had. But we will go with Cristiano Ronaldo on the left wing. I'm gonna go with Aubameyang, I think, for a striker there. Maybe should have gone with Lacazette just in case we get like a Benzema or something. This is more like it. This is a good selection of players. Now again, we've got Ronaldo, but that Lewandowski will link with that Aubameyang. I don't mind that too much. Maybe a cheeky Arjen Robben at right mid. Oh, Costa. I'll take that. I will take that indeed. Now if we actually get a Karim Benzema for striker, happy days. Everyone gets the links that they need and the links that they deserve. We get the informed Parejo. He looks very good. Could go with Thiago, who is also very good, and maybe use Ronaldo as a sub. I saw some of the comments in Draft the Glory episode 7 were that I should use non-La Liga teams because most of our teams seems to be La Liga based. So we will try and go with something that's not necessarily La Liga based this time around. And with that in mind, I think I'm liking the Bundesliga here. I haven't gone with like a full Bundesliga team ever in the draft before. I don't think there's a Bundesliga player here. There isn't. So we've got a Dutch, a Portuguese, doesn't work. Is there a Spanish in here? No. A Brazilian doesn't work. An Italian. We'll take that Italian centre back just in case we do go Syria on the left hand side. We get ourselves Benatia there. Not bad at all, and that puts our Bundesliga side really nice. 4 Bayern players so far. Lewandowski, Thiago, Benatia and Douglas Costa. Very nice indeed. Now this midfield spot is tricky because I could go La Liga. I couldn't. I could go Moutinho to link with Ronaldo, or I could take Gundogan, who would also link with Aubameyang. So Aubameyang gets perfect chem. Lewandowski gets perfect chem, Thiago gets perfect chem, Gundogan still needs 1 link, so I'm hoping from the bench we might get a cheeky Marco Reus, would be very nice. Who do I go here with? We've got a couple in Insua. No, let's go with Kolasinac. I don't know how to say his name, I apologise. So even though we picked our captain Ronaldo, doesn't really look like we're going to be using Captain Ronaldo at all. We're going to have to go with this guy here just for the links again. So that is the team. Not a bad starting 11 to be fair. We only need two positions to get 100 chem team with this Bundesliga team. We need a left mid, or it could be like a Robben or something that we could put out there as well. And we need a centre back and maybe a better goalkeeper as well. It doesn't look like we're getting a better goalkeeper. We'll go with Moya. Just in case we do end up going with a BBVA defence. We get Alexandro, we get Gintner, we get Alaba. Well, you can't, I know we've got Kolasinac there. I'm actually going to put Alaba here for now, just until we either do or don't get a left mid. So what's his name? Romagnoli has left the building. We get ourselves another few decent players there. Not really anyone that I'm super interested in. We go with this guy. He is an informed from the Bundesliga. He's got okay pace. Pretty shit, but we could do that. That puts us on 100 chem. We then could do that. That keeps us on 100 chem. We could actually do this. That keeps us on 100 chem, and it gives us that full Bundesliga team now, full Bundesliga squad. The only player not on full chem is Alaba at left mid. We can use then Ronaldo as a super sub off the bench during the games, which I'm very happy to do because around the 60th minute or so, when you get someone, you're playing against maybe a tough game, you bring on like a Ronaldo or something, they end up destroying the defence because of how unfit the defence are at that point in the game. So we now kind of just need to pick up a few improvements to the team. One left mid, one Marco Reus. I'm seeing some info. Oh, it doesn't help, does he? God damn. We could go with Kalu. I don't need Kalu. I've got Lewandowski and Aubameyang. I'm going to take Neymar again as a super sub. Neymar's got to be the guy, really, hasn't he? Neymar has got to be the guy. Insigne there. I would absolutely kill for a left mid, left wing Bundesliga. We got Sergio Roberto in there. Not really interested in him. Bonaventura. I'm going to go with Insigne again for a super sub. We've actually got a few really nice informs on the bench now that we can bring on. It's just about that final position. Goalkeeper we don't need. We'll take informed Dybala, and another like really strong card that can go on the bench there. 4 informs on the bench now. His team is looking really decent on the bench. We get another really good set of informs. Now, no one in this team really helps. I'm going to go with Bonaventura. He's got a really nice, well-rounded card. Let's see if we can get a bench full of informs, just to see if it can be done. I mean, I'm sure it has been done, and I'm sure it can be done. EA, you've done it. You've done it. We get Schürrle. I mean, Calhanoglu would be a good guy to have because his free kicks are deadly, and I played a guy on stream the other day who destroyed me with him. But Schürrle is the guy that just makes this team perfection. Look at that. There we go. 10 chem on everybody. 10 chem. I don't even have a manager yet. I don't need a manager. We've got the 10 chem. We've got the team that we want. The only person that can improve this team for me now is a inform or a regular Marco Reus or Franck Ribéry on this left side. What do we get? We don't get any of that. We do get a left wing, but he's not better than Schürrle, that's for damn sure. We'll take Tello there for the sub. So we get a 183 team, which in itself is pretty good. We've got a really strong bench. Have I got a I'm going to put Perez on there instead of Moya and Koke, because I do like to sometimes change the midfielders if the midfielders are dead in extra time and such. And then we'll go for the manager. It literally doesn't matter who the manager is. Let's give this Silva guy a go because he probably never gets a shout. So this is our FUT draft summary, guys. Top players are Ronaldo, Thiago and Alaba. We get a 183 team, 5-star rating, 12 Bundesliga players, 5 Bayern players, 5 BBVA players, but more importantly, we've got a really strong team with 100 chem. I'm just going to fix the player instructions. So what I do is I set everyone to stay back while attacking and conservative inceptions. It actually has that still there, which is very interesting because I didn't change that for this, but that is what it is. The only negative point of this whole team is the goalkeeper. You know, we've got a pretty poor 78 rated goalkeeper, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad. This is the team we're going to go into the gameplay with, guys. Let's go. Okay guys, so into the gameplay we go, and the first team we come up against has got 4 informs and Legend Vieira, basically a full BPL team with that Legend in there. He's got some really nice players. Inform Sterling in that cam role as a centre forward, I think gets perfect chem. He's got Inform Lamella, Inform Eriksson, a really solid team, but it wasn't a very difficult game. His team seemed to be all over the place. I think from kickoff he actually went attacking or ultra attacking because Patrick Vieira and his fullbacks were constantly like right up the field, and I kept hitting them on the counter over and over and over, and it didn't take long before I eventually got the first goal. Douglas Costa there with a lovely little skill run into the box. The sliding tackle came in, which left me the space to take the shot. I actually positioned him onto his left foot, but for some reason he took it with his right foot. It still went in, which is all that is important. But you'll see here, his team is just not really in a good position because they're all tracking back from being up the field. It allows me in behind with Aubameyang. I do get tackled, but this guy just came, like, the whole game, he just kind of really kept giving the ball away. His tackling was really poor. And, you know, for me, it was a nice, easy first game. A nice way to warm up into this team. I haven't used a 4-4-2 in a while. Haven't used Bundesliga players in a while. So, you know, it was an easy warm-up game for me. We get into the box there. Lewandowski smashes that one across the face of the keeper. And we go 2-0 up. Now, this game wasn't without any drama. I did end up giving this guy a goal. He brought on Neymar, and as soon as he made the sub, I could just feel the match engine change. Like, something just differed. I don't know. He kept getting the balls back. Where in the first half, and when I went 1 and 2-0 up, it was me that was winning all the tackles, all the 50-50s. I was getting all the balls, the lucky bounces and stuff. As soon as I went 2-0 up, it seemed like he was the one that was getting all the lucky bounces and the balls. So I went to 2-1 there. Griezmann with a nice goal. Almost straight after kickoff, once again, look at that. He rides one tackle with Neymar, got 3 dudes there, 2 of them bump into each other, stopping the defending. I don't believe that's a penalty myself. You know, all he did was ease in front of the attacker. You could see it as a penalty. But, you know, 2-1 up now. The momentum's against me. He's got a penalty. Pretty much got to save this. Otherwise, it just felt like this game could have fallen apart. And I did saving it. And the goalkeeper was phenomenal. Carlius there. He saved the penalty in that game. He saved a few good chances throughout the other games that we've got. And into the second game, this guy's got a really nice team again. Messi, Sanchez, Purple Ibra, Inform Bartra, Inform Keylor Navas. You know, he's got an okay midfield with Mikel Arteta holding up in the middle there. And the midfield was kind of like the area for me where I was looking to bully this guy because he's got 3 relatively slow, weak midfielders. So I really wanted to take advantage of that. So I went high pressure and attacking from kickoff to try and really just dominate that midfield and get into the attacking third to have some chances. And I got really, really lucky in the box. Douglas Costa picked it up, but Douglas Costa smashes it home with his left foot to make it 1-0 to us in the 24th minute. And after that, as per how most draft games go when you go 1-0 up, people just fall apart in the draft. If you take a lead in the draft, you will typically go on to win the game because people start sliding all over the place. They stop defending properly. They give up instantly. And I end up scoring one of my favourite goals I've scored this year. Not necessarily because it was a stunning finish or anything, but the passing move to get Aubameyang into that position was just brilliant. 2-0 was the final score. The guy rage quit after that, so end up as 2-0. And into the semi-final, we come up against this guy. He's got Inform Royce, Inform Ronaldo, Inform Martial, Inform Keylor Navas, Pepe, Coutinho, and Robben there. Not necessarily everyone on perfect chem, but as I proved before with my video a few weeks ago, you don't need perfect chem. As long as the guy gets like 5 or 6 chem, everything's going to be okay. But as per the first 2 games, Douglas Costa yet again doing work, gets into the box, does the spin, hits it with his right foot. I didn't expect it to go in. Once again, I actually positioned him onto his left foot to take that shot. For some reason, he hit it with his right foot. I'm happy he did. It went in. Keylor Navas did get a touch to the ball, but it didn't make any difference. We get a lovely little spin inside, and look at this. Bang, whacks it in. Aubameyang ducks under it. Navas with the touch, and we go 1-0 up. Now, this, as the semi-final, was actually a relatively easy game, and I scored quite early on with Douglas Costa there, and once again, the guy fell apart defensively. I actually think after I went 1-0 up, I think he went all-out attack, or at least ultra-attacking. There were times where his centre-back was up in my box, but there were times where his centre-back wasn't up in my box. So I wasn't entirely sure if he did go all-out attack or ultra-attacking, but he definitely went more attacking to try and get back into the game. And in the end, it ended up costing him. And it's one of the things that I did last year in FIFA that cost me a lot of games, is when I went 1-0 down, I'd instantly go attacking or all-out attack, and I'd end up getting hit on the counter and losing even more goals, and you see him concede another goal here just because his team is just way too far up the field. And it's just not necessary. At 1-0 so early on, there's a whole game to play yet. Maybe at 2-0, or maybe in the second half, you know, last 20 minutes when you're 1-0 down, go attacking, try it desperately to get back into the game. But there's no need to do it at 1-0 after 10, 15, 20 minutes. You're just gifting your opposition the ability to win the game. That's exactly what he did for me. I actually scored a really nice goal again with Douglas Costa. Douglas Costa, the star of the team for me in this team. And then we end up getting ourselves a 4th and final goal in this game. Lewandowski with a shot, Navas saves it, Schürrle with a rebound. Should have really been saved by Navas, but we take the 4-0. My opponent actually ended up scoring a goal right in like the 90th minute, which I didn't put in the highlights because it wasn't really necessary. It didn't change the outcome of the match, and that puts us into the final. So into the final we go. This guy's got 5 informs in his team. He's also got Boateng, Douglas Costa, N'Golo, Neymar, and Cristiano Ronaldo in at that cam spot. And this guy was incredible at FIFA. He was so good. This was such a tough game. It was a really even game from start to finish. I got a little bit unlucky there with the interception. It ended up falling straight to Kane. I did make the interception, but it fell to Kane, and Kane wrapped that up nicely. A really, really tidy finish. Inform Harry Kane. I don't believe he was on 10 chem. I believe he was on 8 chem, but it's still a really good finish. Like my defender, I think it was Benatia there, just got absolutely bodied off the ball, and Harry Kane puts that past the keeper. And then just a few minutes later, Neymar goes into the box. Gets, again, lucky. Like I got really unlucky there. I put the tackle in. I won the ball, but Neymar ends up picking it back up. I won the ball again, and then for some reason my defender tried to slide in whilst I was trying to play the ball out of danger, and he ends up getting a penalty. Now, if I go 2-0 down here, this is game over. I've lost the final, and things are going bad. Fortunately for me, the keeper saves his 2nd out of 2 penalties in this Draft to Glory episode, and from the penalty, I ended up tying the game up. He's got a throw in here with Douglas Costa down the right-hand side off the back of the penalty. He ends up losing possession of the ball pretty needlessly there. could have been another penalty. You know, after one of the penalties we gave away in one of the first games, if Ronaldo had fallen down there, maybe it would have been another penalty. I ended up holding the ball. He was tracking the runners, so I just kept running and running and running. We got through with Aubameyang. Aubameyang scores at the near post past the keeper. We go 1-1 in the 15th minute. And from here onwards, this game was just end-to-end football. My keeper made a great save. His keeper made a great save. My keeper made a great save. His defender made a last-ditch tackle. My defender made a last-ditch tackle. The pressure was on because it felt like one of those games where it's like the next goal is going to win. And fortunately for us, and fortunately for me, we get a corner. Thiago plays it to the informed Neymar that I brought on as a sub. He smashes it home, and that was the winning goal. So 2-1 in the final. We end up winning. We're going to move now to the live section to see what packs we get, and hopefully pick up a really good player again. We haven't packed anything decent this entire series, with exception of Diego Costa, who has given us the coins to be able to continue this series into this episode and into the future episodes. But we're hoping now that we're going to go on and get ourselves a really nice pack and some nice players. But let's see. Okay guys, so there we have it. We've won yet another draft. That's 3 wins out of the last 4 drafts and 4 finals in a row that we've made. I'm really hoping for a much better pack today. Like a 50k or 100k pack would be so sick. The draft in general was actually pretty easy. I only won the first game 2-1, but I won it comfortably. It wasn't really a difficult game. Second game was easy, the guy rage quit. Third game was really easy, 4-1 win. And then in the final, the guy was actually really good. I went 1-0 down and then conceded a penalty and managed to save the penalty. I think if I went 2-0 down, I probably would have lost the game. Got back at 1-1. Neymar scored a banger, 2-1. We end up winning the draft yet again. We're going to claim our prize for the wins. There you go, 2-1, 2-0, 4-1, and 2-1. What do we get? Please, EA, please. Yes! Yes, we get a 50k pack and a 5k pack. It's not in value. It's not worth as much as some of the packs that we've got. But, you know, we got like 60k's worth, 70, 80k's worth. But we have got a 50k pack. Now, all we need, we get Charlie Austin in that pack. That's actually not bad. He doesn't sell for anything. The contracts and the fitness card will save. I know they sell for a little bit. And coach doesn't sell. Nothing else here sells. So we'll discard that. 1,200 coins. A 50k pack. Please, please, EA. I'm begging you for one decent player. Come on. Here it is. The 50k pack of dreams. What do we get? Yes! It's Royce! Oh, what a pack! I was wondering who that was going to be. I was worried it was going to be Schürrle. And I would have been super disappointed in Schürrle. But that is fantastic stuff. We get Marco Reus, Gerard Piqué, Roberto Firmino, Doumbia, and Nzonzi, Shaw, Sam Abiati, Eliseu Siao, Pabon, and Kameni. That is fantastic stuff, guys. I don't know how much Royce goes for, but he has just boosted. Oh, look at that, 160. Oh my god. Oh my god. This draft of glory is really starting to take wind. We get ourselves at least 160k there with Royce. 178k minimum buy now. I don't know if I should sell Royce. I don't know if I should keep like maybe the BPL players and build a BPL squad with who we pack. I'm not really sure what to do. The aim of the series is to sell the players to get as much as you can for them. I don't want to sell it today because it's Sunday for the Foot United. Still, I have a feeling player prices will start to go up towards the back end of next week, so I think I'll get a bit more for him. PK as well is a great pull. I don't know exactly how much it goes for. It looks like it goes for about 10,000 coins. Yeah, there's a nice like 7k bid on him there, so maybe like 8,000 coins. Roberto Firmino's like 4 to 5k. Doumbia doesn't really go for much, nor on Nzonzi, but they're still decent players to have. The guys that don't really go for much, that we don't need to sell anymore because we've just hit Royce, we'll keep those sort of guys. So Doumbia, Nzonzi, Shaw, Sam, all good players that you might use. The rest of the guys in there you won't use. So I'll send those guys to the club. I'll send the first 3 to the trade pile. And we'll discard the Abiati and the rest of the 75s that are here for 3,000 coins. So, guys, I'm going to spend a few hours now selling everything that we've got because we've got some players, but more importantly, I've got a lot of consumables to get rid of from the last packs. We've got a staff member there. We've got some club items, a ball and a badge that we could get rid of. Some consumables, like I say, we've got some position modifiers, a few fitness cards, some contracts that we could get rid of. So there's a few things to sell. It'll be interesting to see how many coins run at the start of the next episode. I'd expect somewhere around 230,000 coins, maybe 250,000 coins with PK Royce and such. So we could be at 250,000 coins off of nothing but playing games from the free draft token. So episode 10 is going to be a pretty interesting episode. This is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace!